What's up guys, it's Ed back again from TechSource, and in this video I'm going to be doing a realistic speed test between the Galaxy S6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. Now I've actually done a speed test between these phones before on my channel, but that was based on performance, and the web browser test was basically done on Wi-Fi, which wasn't really a fair test since it wasn't using its actual data connection. Well, in this video I'm actually be doing something a little different. I'm going to be running an app called nPerf, which basically runs a controlled browsing test, streaming test, and an actual speed test on both of the phone's network, and at the end it'll give an overall score on which phone is basically the fastest phone. The app is actually free, and I'll leave a link down below if you guys are interested in downloading it and trying it on your smartphones. But let's go ahead and start the video and see what happens. So before I start the video, I know some of you might ask me in the comment section where I got these badass skins from, so I might as well just mention it real quick. So these are both from Dbrand, and I'm rocking the carbon fiber ones on both of my phones, but they do have a bunch of other types for other devices as well, and I'll leave a link right below if you guys want to check them out. But let's go ahead and move on to the actual specs of both phones real quick before starting the actual speed test. So the S6 is rocking an Exynos 7 octa-core processor with 3 gigs of RAM, while the 6 Plus features Apple's A8 chipset and a dual-core processor with 1 gigs of RAM. Alright, so both phones are updated to its latest software. The 6 Plus is running iOS 8.3 and the S6 is running 5.0.2. As of now, these are the latest versions on both devices. Wi-Fi is disabled, brightness is set to max, and the background apps have been removed as well to make it a fair test. Alright, so here we go, starting with the iPhone 6 Plus. Now I did run the test 3 times on both devices and picked the highest score to represent each phone. So the first test is the actual speed test, and we can see that the iPhone 6 Plus gets an average of 12.3 megabytes per second download, and for upload it gets an average of 5.8 megs. For latency, it scores an average of 209 milliseconds with a minimum of 107. Now it's moving on to the browsing test. It basically opens up the following web pages one by one and calculates the time it takes to load them. By the way, I will bring the S6 in here side by side so you guys can compare all the results in the end. Moving on to the final test, which is the streaming portion, and it's basically like the browsing test but for videos. It loads the same video in 240, 360, and lastly 720p, and calculates the initial loading time, the buffering, and the amount of data used. As you can tell, the higher the quality of the video, the more data is consumed. Notice that there are no buffering times on any of the videos, and well, you can thank the 4G network for that. So the iPhone 6 Plus received a score of 10,332 for the full test, and you can see the performance rates for the browsing and streaming right below. You can also compare the scores to the other carriers across the states. Now obviously the location is a huge factor on the final score, so make sure you keep that into consideration. Now I won't let you guys sit through the entire test again on the S6, so I'm just going to put them side by side and you guys can compare the scores. So for the speed test, the 6 Plus got an average of 12.3 megs down and 5.8 megs up with a latency average of 209 ms, whereas the S6 got slightly lower speeds for download and up. However, it did manage to get a lower latency average at 133 ms compared to the iPhone 6's 209 ms, but overall the 6 Plus has faster data transfer speeds. Moving on to the browsing test, it looks like the S6 was faster at opening up Facebook and Wikipedia only, whereas the 6 Plus was faster for Google, Yahoo, and Amazon, so it's safe to assume that the 6 Plus is faster when it comes to browsing, and that's actually true if you saw my previous speed test between both of the phones. The 6 Plus beat out the S6 when it came to browsing the web and even scored higher for the SunSpider JavaScript benchmark. Lastly, we have the streaming test, and once again the 6 Plus was overall the faster phone when it came to loading times for all the videos, and notice that it even used less data than the Galaxy S6. So I'm sure at this point you already know which phone has won. The 6 Plus scored a 10,332, whereas the S6 scored a 5,557. So based on the nPerf test, the 6 Plus is actually faster than the Galaxy S6, but only in terms of data speeds. Uploading and downloading files is faster on the 6 Plus. Browsing the webs and loading web pages is faster on the 6 Plus, and even streaming videos is faster on the 6 Plus. But when it comes to actual performance of the phone, the Galaxy S6 is still faster because it has better specs. Anyways, that's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, and if you want to see me do this type of speed test along with my other speed test videos, then let me know by dropping a comment down below. Once again, the app is called nPerf, and for those of you guys that want to download it and try it on your smartphone, I'll leave a link down below for that. But anyways, thanks again for watching. This is Zed, and I will see you guys in the next video.